Hello everyone, are you ready for another anime recap? Then subscribe right now to this Anime Plots YouTube channel and watch this full video. Did you subscribe? Okay, let's start the video.
In an alternate world in Japan, there are ghosts. The ghosts cause accidents and all sorts of other issues in the world. However, the normal public is still unaware of their existence. This is because the government has been dealing with these supernatural threats undercover. There are divisions under various ministries that deal with these threats before they could be seen by the public. Some people who can see the ghosts and ghouls on their own are called vanquishers, and most of them work under the Ministry of Environment and are called the Supernatural Disaster Countermeasures Division, SDCD. But the other ministry also has people working under them counteracting the paranormal threats. The threat of ghosts and ghouls are categorized based on their power level and threat level. The highest threats are the type A's and S's. Our story begins with a fire in the middle of the street. A bunch of cars have crashed against each other, and the firefighters are at the scene trying to control the fire from spreading. Soon, however, agents from the paranormal hunting under the Ministry of Defense. These people are normal soldiers, so they need to wear special kinds of glasses to see the ghosts. The soldiers shoot the ghosts, which really doesn't make much sense, but soon they spread holy water as well and the ghosts start to disintegrate. Just as they breathe a sigh of relief, a Category B-type spirit, a giant dinosaur, comes and attacks them from nowhere. The dinosaur doesn't even show any response to the holy water. The spirit starts to kill every single one of the soldiers while the firefighters watch in horror. Even the earlier presumed exorcised Category D ghosts rise back from the dead. Well, they were already dead, to begin with, but you get what I mean. The spirits are ready to take down the city. But in no time, a guy and a girl reach there in a sports bike. The girl takes the lead and defeats the dinosaur while the guy takes down the lower level monsters. Soon their team members arrive in a chopper as well and spray a large tank of holy water to calm the higher level beast. This was a team of vanquishers under the SDCD, Team 4. After finishing up with the spirits there, one of the team members notices a strange butterfly shell on the ground. Elsewhere in the defense ministry, the people are panicking after their entire squads had been wiped out, not only in one place but in several by paranormal beings. Suddenly, Squad 4's leader Sirai appears on screen and offers to work together if they would set their egos aside. After getting approval from the ministry, he guides his team to the next location where the Category B dinosaur spirit has been wreaking havoc. The girl from earlier tracks the monster in the tunnel, and the team plans to use the water from the sewers to create a massive amount of holy water and drown the dinosaur. The team actually manages to execute the plan without a hitch or doubt, and that's how you know these guys are professionals. The group then rests by the sewer after finally having dealt with the threat. But then again, one other member notices a strange butterfly shell of some sorts. This time he goes to pick it up, and would you look at that, he has no hands now. A sword cuts through the man, and he is dead in seconds. Panic ensues and the crew rush to hide as they are cut one by one. The last remaining duo try to contact the chief, but guess what, he is dead too, and so is the girl who was supposed to be his assistant. The man turns to his left, and the girl is headless as well. His life flashes before his eyes and he goes into a momentary anime flashback, but it doesn't matter. He is dead too. Elsewhere, Team 1 of the SDCD has already taken care of the threat, and is now in the process of rescuing the survivors. Naomi and Kagura, 2 of the SDCD vanquishers, along with their team, are overlooking the whole operation when something strange happens. All the dead officers start coming to life attached to Category D spirits called leechers. Back in the Ministry of Defense, the head of the SDCD, a lady named Ayam, enters the meeting. Since the SDCD was collaborating with the Defense Ministry, she asks if she could see the footage from the body cam of the soldiers deployed. Upon close investigation, they realize that all of the SDCD agents were actually assassinated by one of their own ex-members, Yomi. The agents are shell-shocked to see their friend, especially Kagura, who through Yomi was dead. Soon they receive a message from Ayam that Yomi was now a Class A level spirit and they needed to get rid of her. Naomi, who used to be Ayam's fiancée back in the day, knows where she could be and takes Kagura along with him to the gas conduits under the city. Inside the massive tunnel, the two separate to look for Yomi, and naturally Kagura encounters her. Yomi is not as friendly as Kagura had expected and practically forces her to fight her. Kagura instead leaks the gas in the tunnel and escapes while the bomb explosion supposedly kills Yomi. But then again, Yomi was a spirit. She is well and alive and catches up with Kagura outside the tunnel. With the sword pointed to the girl's neck, she strips her clothes and places the sword to her chest. Yomi begs her to stop. After all, they were sisters, but Kagura wouldn't listen. 3 years ago, on an afternoon dimmed by pouring rain, a little girl Kagura is in grief at the loss of her mother. Kagura is the daughter of Master Tsukushimiya, who is the head of the clan of vanquishers and coordinates family branches. On one of his exorcisms, his wife passes away in his arms. With the spirit eater of the family dead, he is now a host of spirit eater and is performing a sealing ritual to fully link the spirit eater inherited from his wife to his own spirit. Naruki Isayama is the father of Yomi, who assumes the responsibility of the position of head of the Tsukumiya family. Since no man with the Spirit Eater can assume responsibility of the family, he has now been chosen as the leader. Meanwhile, Kagura is sitting alone as she lost her mother, and her father is also not there for her. She is sad and distant. However, Yomi comes to cheer her up while she introduces herself. She takes Kagura to her home where Naruka is there to welcome them. Over the next few months, the two become really close, almost like siblings. One was an orphan taken as a daughter by Naraku, and the other had lost her parents to the circumstance of the world. So they find common happiness in each other's company. Yomi has a side job where she is a part of the Ministry of Environment working as a vanquisher. One day, on the way home from school, Yomi gets a signal on her phone to come to Roke immediately and deal with a ghost threat nearby. She promises Kagura that she will be back soon. But Kagura starts crying as it reminds her of her mother who left her the same way but never returned. So, Yomi decides to take her along and they both enter a van sent to pick Yomi up. There, Yomi introduces Kagura to the team. A set of twin brothers named Nabu and Nabu. Yes, they not only look the same but also share the same name, the chief with weird eyes, Kazuki and Naomi. At first they are all reluctant to take Yomi along, but when they hear she is from the Tsukushimiya family, they just go along with it. The boss then hands Kagura a pneumatic vanquisher sword, Michael 12, which has just arrived today. Yomi, however, gets angry as Kagura is not ready for it, and starts rethinking her decision to bring her. When they reach the destination, Kagura sees the big ghost and points it out. Yomi asks Kagura to observe what happens carefully as it is her job in the future. She explains to her that they all dispose of ghosts that bring harm to the world and also the phantoms that bear grudges and curse people. Then Kagura runs to kill the ghost, and with her sword she summons Rangirin that attacks the ghosts and aids her in battle as well. The boss explains to Kagura that Rangirin is a chimera, a spirit beast that resides in the Shishio, Yomi's sacred sword. Kagura is amused to see everything going on. Back at home, Yomi's father gets angry at her for taking Kagura in danger. And even though Kagura overhears their conversation and gets upset, Yomi doesn't mind it at all, ends up having a cheerful day with her sister. Kagura then decides to become someone her father can be proud of. She is a very disciplined child for her age and follows every value her father has given to her. Her father was rough with her as he wanted her to be strong and independent. So even in the Isayama family, she is very grateful for everything being offered to her. And just like that, the days pass by and soon Yomi and Kagura grow up together in the household. A few years have now passed and Kagura is officially a member of the Vanquisher team that Yomi introduced her to. In one of the missions, Kagura and her team is tasked to take down a Category B monster spider nearby the forest area. Naomi has pipe foxes as his help. Wonder what those are. They look like foxes and hang onto pipes. Yomi takes the lead, however, and allows her chimera to cover the situation. As Yomi cuts down the monster with her blade, the strange monster goes to attack a civilian on the bridge nearby who is staring it down. Apparently, she could see the monster. Thankfully, Yomi comes to her rescue and saves her. When the matter is settled, Yomi notices something strange about the woman, and as she is being taken away to sign the non-disclosure agreement, Yomi takes away the poison from her purse. The woman was there to end her life. Thankfully, they saved her.
This is only the part 1 of this anime's recap. Subscribe and be ready for part 2.
How was the video? We hope it was good. If so, please check these videos. Also, please comment down your thoughts and your suggestions for future videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing now to show the support to our channel. We hope to see you soon with another video right in this channel. Have a nice day.